Hi, hello, this is Reconcatz here, and I'm going to be doing a reaction to Camping in the Storm Drain from Steve Wallis. I don't usually do these type of things, but I figure I'd try it. I know this is something that's not normally on my channel, but we'll give it a go.
With Steve, we're going to camp in a culvert tonight. So the first things first is to make sure the coast is clear. We're going to throw a whole bunch of gear down into the ditch. And I think it looks good. Caught. Down you go. Propane. Sleeping bag. Tarps. Of course, some cooking supplies. The perfect crime. Now we just got to go park the car somewhere and we'll get things set up. Normally don't have to walk this far to get to a campsite, but luckily I packed lots of fluids. After a brisk evening walk of a few kilometers, we're back to the spot and the coast is clear. So let's crawl down there and see if everything is still in place. Oh yes. Perfect. Everything is just as I left it. Oh, somebody threw an empty down there already. Holy. Okay. Nice and dry in here. Perfect. Now this culvert's going to make for some interesting filming. We've got light on both ends, but I'm thinking it's going to echo a lot and this whole thing's going to be annoying. So I did bring a couple of tarps that we should be able to hang up with some magnets. That should be able to get everything less echoey in here. I got these 100-pound pull magnets, which should be able to hold up a tarp, I hope. I'm going to go back a little ways to give me room for the cot.
Shower curtain.
Okay, that's a little better. And I got a bit of a heater in here too. So it'll be propane, but there's enough draft in here. There shouldn't be a problem. Sweet. Drag the cot in here.
Oh, I covered that side. Okay.
Perfect. Camp is like 90% set up. Excellent. This guy's rustling around a lot in the wind, so I'm just going to use one here to stop the wind from blowing through. I think it should be warm enough tonight that I don't need two tarps to close this in. Better, I think. Well, that was pretty easy to set up. I did bring bear spray with me because these culverts, animals love them. There's not bears right now, but there's cougars in the area. I know there's coyotes, there could be wolves, and they're used to running through and seeking shelter. Like if I find this a place I could live a happy life, I'm sure they do too. And it's time for step 2. Somebody just drove overhead. Far more peaceful than under a bridge, I'll tell you that. But this is also another episode of don't do what Steve does, because these are intended for drainage. You can see where the problem might occur. This is not even spring yet, so there's snow everywhere. There's not really any melting. Everything should be just fine. Initial thoughts here in the culvert are it's extremely stealthy. There could be animals around, and it's echoey, and it acts like a wind tunnel. I know, right?
I never really know what these things were for, and now I know it's for storm drains, like a large storm drain.
Hard to believe, and it drains.
I don't think we have these in New York City.
down to one side, so my head will be up on the higher side, also be where any animals might come crawling in, and I'll be able to give them a blast of the bear spray. One downside is it may be hard to stay organized in such a long linear, like that's 6 foot diameter, so I can walk inside of it and it kind of doesn't scrape my head, but it's because I'm 5'11". Get the sleeping bag set up so it poofs up and lofts. Give us a nice insulation power tonight. I don't know how stealthy I need to be because we're out of the village on a country road, but I'm sure I'm not supposed to be in here. So we're gonna have to lay low and only pop our head up occasionally to see what's going on. And other than that, we should have a pretty good setup in here tonight. There's the slope to this drain, so if I need to use the gentleman's room, I will exit the drain on that side, where the flow goes that way, and not out in front of us where it would just run on the ground. I thought the wind in there was bad, but it's pretty bad out here too. So let's get back in there. I'm really shocked by how thin of a layer of road there is on top of this. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? As the learning experience goes in the culvert, I took the tarp behind me down. It was just catching the wind, popping back and forth, so I'm gonna have to deal with a little more air movement, and I think as long as I keep my voice not too loud, it won't echo too much in the video. And I'm gonna pop my head outside and see. This is the classic move. How obvious is it from the outside? Well, we're about to find out. I'm gonna leave the lights blazing the way they would be where I'm filming, and we're gonna just go outside and see what it looks like from the road.
Black. I guess in Canada they don't have lights
here
on those roads.
You probably can't see too much here, but
Night vision.
a small amount of light coming out of the culvert there. Yeah, the small amount of light coming out of the culvert. Ah, too windy, too windy.
I wonder how far he had to walk to get to this spot.
The small amount of light coming out of the culvert is basically nothing, especially with people's headlights going. So I think we're fine and dandy in here. In my culvert, I brought heat, a little propane. So it's time to start the flame. And really hope it didn't get damaged when the heater when I chucked it down the hill, but it landed in some soft snow. There we go. Perfect. So we'll be cooking on this tonight as well as having it provide us with some warmth somehow. I really hope the wind doesn't affect this too much in this. It seems to be affecting it. It doesn't really want to. Well, now we're getting somewhere. Okay. Wonderful. The corrugations on this culvert make it a little tricky to prop something up. But that's okay. These little bolts here holding stuff up.
There you go.
That'll provide some good heat. It'll get things good and ready. I've got a nice spot here for the bear spray, right by my head, and it is windy, that's for sure. So that's where we're at for now. And oh yeah, that'll work fine. The only thumbs down so far in this setup is trying to stay organized. I'll have to rig something up in the future with a little shelf or magnetical, just stick it right on. Because I could see a good future if I found a nice culvert that stayed fairly dry year round. I could build a fort, so why not? Somebody's parked right on top.
Oh.
Light.
Someone's there.
Somebody's parked right on top of the culvert. Why would they park right here?
Did they get caught?
That's not good to see. I'm just gonna lay low here.
Oh. Driving away now. Why he stopped right there.
Okay, all right. So that was interesting. Oh boy. Okay, that was
Oh, this camera flips back and forth. That's pretty cool.
that was a surprise. They stopped like right on the culvert, but okay. Yeah, that was a thing. Our vehicle friend has passed. They stopped right over the culvert. They had their, looks like the flashers on, the four ways, and I don't know what they were doing there. I didn't hear them throwing any garbage in here. Oh, we got another light coming. Turn this off. And they just drove right past overhead. Okay.
I wonder if they can see the light shining
I'm
out.
just being extra precautious because I'm sure I'm not supposed to be in here. And the only way I can tell the difference between the vehicle and the wind from down here is by the headlights going past. And so I got to keep the light a little bit low, and we're going to get into cooking here in a bit. And hopefully, the heater seems to be raising the temperature of the culvert here a few degrees anyways. I'm comfortable, so that's one battle at a time. Time to cook some grub in the tube. And got these tortilla things. Slapping down the pan on top of the space heater thing. Pizza sauce. It's not ketchup, believe it or not. It's Primo pizza squeeze. That will form the pizza sauce base.
Like a pizza?
And we'll make kind of pizza little things.
Cool. Like a taco
I wandered
pizza.
outside and it was actually quite a bit warmer outside of the tunnel than inside.
Gotta put a little bit more sauce in that. Come
That's
on.
the way it goes sometimes, I suppose. It was quite cold, so this massive iron heat sink is probably soaked in a lot of that minus 30 degree weather. But cheese-wise, Italian blend, provolone, pizza mozzarella, Romano, Edam, pepperoni. It's not healthy at all.
Pepperoni. That's my guy.
And slap another one on the top. Actually, a little more cheese to glue it all together.
Nice. Like a
As long as
pepperoni
it doesn't glue it to the pan.
taco.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Ta-da. There we are. Yummy meal in the culvert.
That's sure taking a while to cook.
Yeah, kind of talking.
Wonder if it's cooking in the middle.
Okay.
That looks
Well,
really
that
hot.
looks nothing like pizza, but smells a bit like it. Double layered tortilla pizza made in a culvert. Feel like a ninja turtle in a sewer eating a pizza. Cowabunga. The camping heater of many uses. Heater slash cooking utensil. Less stuff to bring, the better it is.
Pepperoni don't look so cooked.
And if you're trying to do something stealthy, like underground in a culvert, that's probably a good thing to have. I'm quite satiated in the culvert. That's great. There's the frost line up here. I can see the frost actually building up from the moisture coming off of this heater, which is a real cheap propane heater. I think it was called World's Best or something. It was an off-brand. They were selling at some hardware store. And you know, when it goes below the frost line, then it is, you know, there's frost line starts about there. At any rate, as I'm in this worm-filled culvert, I would like to acknowledge the people who donated to the beer donation fund. That is also going to be the propane donation fund, the bale donation fund, the tarp donation fund, the cot donation fund. You guys are really supportive, and it's not just that, but the comments as well. You know, the comments of the kind words. If you got mean words, please try not to. But yeah, if it happens, it happens. But thanks so much, guys. You're guys and girls and everyone here.
Thank you for watching my first reaction video. Link will be in the description to watch the full video. It's a bit long, so you can see what happens afterwards. I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to do a full reaction of his videos, but it's my first time, so. And make sure you like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, the bell notification to get notifications when I upload videos. Be sure to comment what you want me to react to next. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.